Hillary, can you tell us? Okay, it's been a long time since I had the chance to speak to you because we pandemic thing. Where are all of your properties?
Well, my first property that James helped me
Yeah.
was in Thorold. And actually, we bought the property because James said that he was going to buy one. So
Yeah.
I figured if he had confidence in that project, then at least he's been in the industry. So
Yeah.
so we got that property with James, and then we were a little bit scared, and I think James realized that. We had a chat in Tim Hortons after that,
Yeah,
and
remember
we were kind of concerned, is it going to be rented out and all that? And then anyway, we closed on the property in August, and then it was fully rented immediately. And I think on my birthday, 2016, you helped us buy another one.
Right.
So that was like how many?
I think it was maybe 6 months later.
6 months
5
later,
months
yeah, we were comfortable already.
Yeah. Well, and the first one, what he doesn't also mention is it was easy because it was new construction. So
Yeah.
there's no maintenance, there's no anything. It was our Winterberry properties, right? So
and you bought a plan, right?
yes.
It
Yes.
doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, yeah.
So under Terry warranty. So that's a good way to like easily get into the market without having to worry about too much.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of investors' first time purchase concerns is like, what if a roof leaks? What if something
Yeah.
else happens? And that kind of took away a lot of those concerns. And then once how it was so easy to fill, then you're like, oh, I can do this. Let's buy something else.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know, but like that street is like a number one choice for students in that market.
Well, why?
Did you know that?
No, because I have a wonderful property manager who deals with the filling, and I actually do not know who my tenants are.
That's the way it should be. If you're
I
hiring,
know, but as a business owner,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
for example, if a good friend of mine's a school principal,
Yeah.
and her son was looking for a place, and
Yeah.
specifically asked, "Do you know anyone with property on Winterberry?"
Yeah.
Right, which is the
Yes.
street your brand new property is on,
Yeah.
and you were unsure about it,
Yeah.
and now it's like the most desired location now
Yeah.
for Brock University students.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny how that works out?
Yeah.
You should have kept yours, James.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. ABM screwed up.
we did okay. I transferred it to another student rental in Hamilton, a little bit closer to home, easier to manage for me. So
I just.
yeah, I know.
Okay, Hillary, do you mind sharing what did you pay for this first property?
We paid 351,000.
Yeah, the numbers were amazing.
Yeah.
And it was how many square feet was it again? Was it 2,000?
So there's the two options at the time. There was the semis and then there was the towns. I think yours was the town, right?
Yeah. It's,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Chadwell. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And so those were 1,700 square feet versus the Emersons, which were 1,900. But they were all still 7 bedrooms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's interesting how that market has changed. So I mean, we were talking about values and stuff in Winterberry, and they shot up through the roof for a while, and then they all paused. And then something's happened within the last 12 to 14 months, where there's just investors can't get enough of anything on that street. So we keep seeing those prices go up and up and up and up.
Mhm.
So and the numbers are, I think the most recent sale, actually we haven't even shared that as a team. It was similar to the one that Tammy on our team sold.
Mhm.
And it sold for 990,
Wow.
right?
What did
That
Tammy
was-
sell hers for?
820 or something like that. So within just a matter of months. So we've seen a massive run up.
Same unit? Same.
I think there was a few differences, but it's still a semi at that one. So I mean, you factor in a little bit for the difference between the town and the semi, and he did okay coming from the 350 mark.
Yeah.
It's almost a triple.
Yeah. That's a home run for sure.
I mean 3x. I mean,
Yeah.
But yes, I'm sure people would call it a home run.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the original rents were? What was the rents in the first year?
The first year it was rented for 3150. Okay.
I think we were looking at around 500 a room, 475 a room when we started.
450. Actually, 450, 475, and 500 for the. There were
Master
two
master,
large,
the big master bedroom.
Yeah.
And then I know you're pretty hands off. Do you know what it's rented for today?
It's rented for $3,000, but we only have 5 students.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The thing is, it seems like when you have less students, you have less wear and tear, and so actually no, six students. It's $3,000. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
500 each. Yeah.
I think the distribution is different because what happens is I think they get a group of students and they distribute among themselves,
Mhm.
and the property manager just has one lease
Mhm.
with all the students. So yeah.
It's an interesting story, though. This property manager handles things a little bit different. Do you want to explain kind of their logic and how they manage your property compared to some of the other rentals?
Yeah, so what he does is you have to furnish your rental with a bed and standard.
Furnished,
Yeah. He has a standard, equipment. Like if it's a bed, you have to get it specifically from a certain supplier. IKEA number, this. So you have to buy
It's got a
everything.
system, right?
And I think what he does is he just shows one house to the students, and and you have to come as a group.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. And I think he's done a very good job. I'm really happy.
That was pretty genius, because then
Yeah.
any repairs,
Yeah,
he gets, it doesn't matter which property it is, he knows where to go to get it replaced. It's identical to the previous one he got, unless
Yeah.
something goes, like IKEA discontinues something. But
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that before. I thought it was pretty cool.
yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, but the other thing is in terms of maintenance. I told you I had to spend like almost $5,000 in terms of fixing it up and all that before I could rent it. This property manager could take. So I think the most important thing when you're doing student rentals is to have a system, a system that can help you through the process.
Yeah. Including screening.
Screening, and the thing is, if you have all the furniture, then the students will not move anything. Okay, so
less wear and tear.
So we don't
moving.
we would not paint the house. We would not
Yeah.
repair any items.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing for
Yeah.
me with the Winterberry ones, is that we found that the wear and tear from the students was, and it's a lot more noticeable on a new construction.
Yeah.
So when everything's perfect,
It's perfect, yeah.
and they dent and ding walls, bringing up their dressers and this and that, right? So when
Yeah.
it's furnished, I think the only thing they bring is their mattress.
Yes, only the
Yeah,
mattress.
so nice and soft. You don't have to worry about damaging walls.
Yeah, especially these days. Just buy those
In a
vacuum
box.
sealed ones, yeah.
Yeah.
ND or whatever. You should probably get sponsored by ND. Give everyone a coupon when they move in. Well, because they're so tiny, right?
Just
Yeah.
deliver a mattress in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sorry, I cut you off. You were talking about their second property in 2016 on your
Yeah.
birthday. Nice present to yourself. You bought it on your birthday? You closed on your birthday?
Actually, we bought it we went to see the property on my birthday.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
how. Yeah,
But
that's
it
something I
closed.
would do.
It closed later.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in making money than celebrating my birthday. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What did you buy? Where was it? What is it?
It was a townhouse in Hamilton, Upper Mountain.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
And I think originally that was back when rent to own still made sense.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you did an RTO.
those initial conversations were about rent to owning a property. So you're probably happy you didn't rent to own the property.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
what do you mean? Like you just chose not to, or the tenant bailed?
No, the tenants still have an option to purchase it from us. They have been there for a long time, and
2016. That's a long time.
yeah.
For a tenant, yeah.
Yeah, we
So did the option expire and now it's just at market value?
we have our own agreement in terms
Gotcha.
of when they are ready to buy it, they'll buy it from us. So
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you pay for it? What did you pay for this place? How much reno did it need?
I think 317.
317.
Yeah.
Freehold town?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Did it need much reno?
None.
Nothing.
No.
0.
Yeah.
That's not common.
Yeah.
No, it's a nice little pocket on the mountain that had newer towns that we don't normally see anything in. And then,
Oh, I remember that. What's the name of can we name the street?
yeah,
What's it called?
Upper Sherman.
No, but that neighborhood is the address Upper Sherman?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember those buildings though.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of like skinny 3-story. Is that the one?
I think there's a different one. They're only 2-story, I think.
Yeah,
Mm.
they're interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 But it's rare. Like there's just a pocket of towns in that one section, and there's not much like it around. And they
Right.
were newer construction at the time.
You remember the year they were built? Pretty close to that, 2016.
Yeah, I think they were like 2010 or 2011, something like that. So
Oh,
they-
okay.
2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the strategies I like, newer free town holds, less than 10-year-old free towns. Yeah, freehold
Yeah.
towns. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what did you rent it for? Originally,
At that time, it was 1600.
Yeah. And
are you
those,
socialist? Was this 1600?
those were great numbers at the time.
Wait, that's the rent to own rent?
No.
Okay,
The challenge came when we wanted to do a rent to own, and then there was some screw up somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I will not go into details about it.
Same
but,
tenant?
Yeah, same tenants. Yeah, so we were supposed to do a rent to own, so the rent to own figure would have been a little bit higher, but I ended up renting it for 1600. But they've been really great tenants. So
Is the rent still the same right now, or did you come up a bit? If you rent
yeah, just a little bit, but yeah, just a little bit
Mhm.
because they are still there. It's
And that's the tough thing too. When your mortgage hasn't changed, if you haven't done a refinance, then the numbers are still fantastic, even at the just over 1600, right? So
What's not refinancing? I don't even know nothing about that, would you?
yeah. Well, the thing is, in terms of refi, it wouldn't make sense because then you'd have to go back to your pockets
Possibly, yeah.
over time.
Mhm.
But we did actually refi these 2 properties.
No, you have?
We did, because that helped us buy our daughter a house in Ottawa. So yeah, so that was like the baby
yeah.
for the 2 properties.